Bonjour tout le monde, comment ça va? J'espère que vous allez très bien. I hope you're well. I am very well, thank you. Well, today, another live for you because you know that you need it. Exam is on Monday, and today I decided to do one on Saturday. I never do lives on Saturdays, but I thought that today maybe you need one today and tomorrow. So welcome. All of you, welcome to French Action. And for those who don't know French Action, it is a channel for anybody who wants to learn French or who wants to improve their French. And if you are here, it's because you want to improve your French, all right? Because the exam is pretty soon. And even if you don't take any exam, it doesn't matter because practice makes you perfect. And you know that French is French, okay? So you will always find something and you will always learn something. So today is all about listening, because the paper that the CSEC paper, which is going to be held on Monday, is on paper 1, and paper 1 is listening, okay? And listening has 4 parts. So the first part is a part regarding some pictures which you have to select. Then the second part is to select some responses. The third part is public announcements. And then you finish with a story. So it gets a little bit harder, I would say, because the last part is the story. However, today I'm not going to do that alone because I have somebody with me. Okay, so I'm going to see if she's there. Okay, because I have that little guest. I don't know if she's there because I don't see her. Oh, yes, here you are.
Bonjour, tout le monde.
Bonjour, Dania. Okay, Dania, you've been on live before with me. Thank you for coming again. But you need to introduce yourself, please, to those who obviously haven't seen you as yet. OK? Alors, est-ce que tu peux te présenter, s'il te plaît?
Bonjour tout le monde, je m'appelle Dania. Je vais au collège Alpha Academy et je suis jamaïcaine.
OK, donc Alpha Academy de Kingston, OK?
Oui, madame.
Yes. OK. All right, so the way it's going to work is that even though Dania is here, everybody has to participate, okay? Because this is your live, okay? So you're going to participate, put the answers in the chat, But Denia has the last say, right, Denia?
Oui, madame.
Denia hasn't seen anything, so she doesn't have a clue. In fact, I'm sure she's a little bit nervous, right? Because you don't have a clue what I'm going to give you. Now, one thing I didn't say is that even though it is listening, which is section A, I think they call it part A actually. Remember, the exam has two parts. There's part A, which is the listening, and part B, which is the grammar. So what I decided to do is to do a bit of grammar after that. But tomorrow we'll do part B. So that will be a real thing, okay? It won't be the kind of exercises that I've prepared for you today, all right? It will be the real thing. And I think we're going to work like that, okay? So listening today with a bit of grammar, and tomorrow we're going to do section B, all right? And that will be at 3 o'clock as well. All right, so I hope everybody's ready, and then I think we can start, and I say hello to everybody. Donc, bonjour tout le monde. Bonjour tout le monde. Okay, Kijuana Edwards asked, how was the exam? Yeah, maybe I could ask, how was your writing? Because it was the writing you had. How was it? And somebody says, honestly, to me, it wasn't hard at all. I did tell you that it wasn't going to be hard. And if you had been watching my videos, you would have seen that most of what was on the videos came up in the exam, right? And I knew nothing about the exam, but I'm just, you just come up with something, and that did come up. So, all right. So it was good. And then my only gripe was with that contextual dialogue. No, Nazima, no, the contextual dialogue was easy peasy lemon squeezy. You know why? Because the contextual dialogue you got is the same one which I did in the video. So if you had watched the video, it should have been okay because it was the same thing. So, all right. So I guess those who watch the videos are saying now, yeah, it was good. But it's all a matter of whether or not you watch the right videos. Okay. All right. So let's start with section 1. I remind you that section 1 is all to do with pictures. Okay. So you're going to have the picture, or the pictures, I should say, and you should select one based on what I'm going to say. All right. Yeah. So I'm going to show you the pictures. Please use the little square box right at the bottom right, and that is going to make the pictures a bit bigger so that you can see, okay? I had to scan. All right, so number 1. Alors, before I say anything, make sure that you don't have a very noisy fan, that there's no noise, because for the first part, it's only said once. So when I say it, that's it. Because on the day, that will be it as well. Okay? So make sure you listen and you concentrate. Okay? Question numéro 1. So you're looking at the pictures in front of you. You can see 4 pictures. Look at them quickly and then listen carefully. Il est assis sur son ballon. Don't give me the answers as yet. Okay, don't give me the answers as yet. Let me do the second one. Question numéro 2. So look at the pictures. Question numéro 2. Il gronde l'élève. Okay, so what I would like is for you to put question 1 is whatever picture A, B, C, D, and question 2 is whatever, so that I can see what you have. Okay, the answers are coming. 1D. Okay, 1D and 2A. Okay, Lilia, not quite. NASA, 1D, 2C. All right. Okay, 1D, 1D, 2C. All right. Okay, so Dania, what have you got?
I have 1. I have D for 1. And for number 2, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. All right. So I can tell you 1D is correct. Très bien. It's correct. Okay. Il est assis sur son ballon. He's sitting down on his ball. Okay. So we can clearly see that on the picture. Now for the second one, Dania, I'm going to say it again. Listen carefully. Il gronde l'élève. No? So you need to write something, Dania, because on the day, even if you are not sure, you have to write. You have to put something. So put something. So what are you telling me, Dania?
Maybe C.
Maybe C. Okay, that's correct. It's C. Is it? Are you saying C because everybody said C?
No, madam.
All right. So I sent you the thing. It says il gronde l'élève. Okay. No, it's not to be, Lilia. It's not to be. It's supposed to be C. Il gronde l'élève. Il gronde means to scold, to he's saying, you can see him with the finger. Can you see that on the picture?
Oui, madam.
Yes. Okay. So il gronde l'élève. All right. Okay. Did you know what the word gronder, do you know what it meant at the time?
No, madam.
Oh, so that's why you didn't get it. Okay, so I chose that because gronder is one of those verbs which was used in those papers. Okay, so it means that you need to know that word. So gronder, if you do something wrong, your parents are going to gronder. Okay, so make sure you know that word because it has come up before. All right. Okay, so now we're going to come to another one, another pictures, other pictures. Okay. So I hope you're all watching the pictures for number 3 so that I can now tell you. Question numéro 3. Elle met ses chaussures. Question numéro 4. Il plonge. Okay, I'm going to stop here to see what you have so far. So, number 3. Alors, can you give me your answers for number 3 and 4, please? Okay, some of you got it right. Okay. Not. Okay. Okay, I see your answers. Okay, what about you, Denia? What are your answers?
I have D for C and for B as well.
Okay, so it's D twice.
Oui.
Okay. Yes, that's correct. The first one, question 3, I said, elle met ses chaussures. So she's putting on her shoes. Chaussures is shoes. Okay. And the second one was which verb, Denia? Why did you... Pardon?
Plonger.
Très bien. Plonger. And plonger means to dive. Okay. I hope everybody knew that verb. I selected it because it has come up again. All right. So plonger, to dive. Okay. Très bien. Well, I think you're all doing very well. I'm very impressed. So let's continue with question 5 and 6. Alors, numéro 5, question numéro 5. Le chat saute par-dessus le mur. Question numéro 6. Il est 9h45. Okay, so let's see the answers here. Right. Okay, so I'm seeing some answers. Yes, not everybody got it. Okay, you missed the first one. Okay. All right, not all of you got it right. Okay. Dania.
For number 5, I have B. And for number 6, C.
B and C. Okay.
Oui, Mama.
In fact, it wasn't quite right. Okay. I'm going to say number 5 again. Le chat saute par-dessus le mur. Okay. So, par-dessus le mur means what? Over the wall, okay? So the answer, so very good to those who said 5C, that's correct, it's 5C. Let me write the sentence for you because I don't think that everybody got it. Le chat saute par-dessus le mur, okay? Le chat saute par-dessus le mur. So sauter is to jump. So jump over, par-dessus means over the wall. Okay? And the second one, Dinya, you said, sorry, I can't remember what you said.
C.
C, and C is correct. And I think most of you got the C for the last one. Okay, il est 9h45, 9:45. Okay, très bien, très bien. Any questions, Dinya?
Not yet, madam.
Not yet. Okay. All right. Latanya, you put 5A. Why did you put 5A? Because 5A, yes, you had the wall and you had the cat, but you don't see the cat jumping, okay? Whereas in the C part, you can see the cat jumping. All right? Yeah. So we're going to go into section 2. Now, for section 2, I'm only giving you 5 questions, but before that, I just want to remind those who are struggling with listening that those 2 thumbnails you can see on the screens are thumbnails of videos which are on French Action, okay? And what I did, I basically went through the teacher scripts, and when you have the teacher scripts, you can see the type of vocabulary which is used. And I basically reused what was there, okay? So don't think that, oh, it's probably not the exam. It is very similar to the exam. So I would advise you to watch those. So as you can see, you have 4 pictures and you have to select one, okay? All right. Yes, Latanya. Yes, you were guessing. On the day, you may have to guess, but let's try not to guess. Or if you guess, it has to be the right one. Okay. So section 2 is a particular section because section 2, you have some statements and then you have to tick the answer. Now I'm going to make it a little bit harder for you. Remember my technique. It's always harder with me, but much easier on the day. All right? On the day, you're going to have some answers because remember, the paper is a multiple choice paper. So you will have 4 options. Now, today, I'm giving you none. There's no options. You have to come up with something there. So it's a little bit harder. Yes, Denia, you're smiling. You don't like that? All right. Okay. So I have 5 questions. Listen carefully. Okay? Question numéro 1. Je suis malade, je vais. Je répète, question 1. Je suis malade, je vais. Okay, I want to see the answer for that one first, to see if you understand what's going on. All right, Lilia, you got it. Chez le médecin. Je suis malade, je vais chez le médecin. Je vais à l'hôpital. Yes, anything like that goes. Okay, that is correct. Okay, what did you have, Denia?
Chez le docteur.
Chez le docteur. Chez le docteur, chez le médecin, à l'hôpital, anything is fine. Okay. Question numéro 2. Elle s'est fait faire des tresses. Où est-elle? Je répète. Elle s'est fait faire des tresses. Où est-elle? Not seeing any answer there. Maybe not as yet, because you know there's a little delay, Denia. Okay, so Denia, what is your answer, Denia?
What am I don't know?
Ah, okay. Taco, bonjour Taco, il fait je ne sais pas. Oh, ok. Jonathan Magazine, non. This one got me. Ah, okay. All right. So you've already got your 2 goes. You know, they won't repeat 3 times, but I'm going to do it so that I'm going to do it slowly to see whether or not you understand. Latanya, I'm not seeing the question. Of course, you're not seeing the question because I'm just saying it. You're not going to see the question. All right. So, elle s'est fait faire des tresses. Où est-elle? Denia?
I still don't know.
All right. I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay. And now you should be able to give me. Très bien, Lilia. Lilia, c'est chez le coiffeur. Yes. Elle s'est fait faire des tresses. Ma sœur, Serena, why? Well, I would accept ma sœur if your sister can do it, yes. Elle s'est fait faire des tresses. Tresse is, do you understand the word for tresse, Denia?
No, madam.
Okay, the tresse is what we call the cane rose.
Oh.
Yes, all right. Okay. What is NDD? Nasmex. What is XDD? What's that? I don't understand that. Okay. All right. So the answer, if you had chez le coiffeur, dans un magasin, or anything like that, you know that chez le coiffeur would have been the right answer. And if they say something like anything to do with hair, je me fais couper les cheveux. When you hear cheveux, which I didn't use here, but if you hear cheveux, you know it's more likely to be at the hairdressers. Okay. Oh, you're laughing. That's how it goes. Okay. All right. Numéro 3. Numéro 3. J'ai réservé une chambre double. Où se trouve cette personne? Did you get it, Denia?
Okay. No, madam.
Okay, somebody said restaurant. No, it's not correct. Okay, let me do it again. J'ai réservé une chambre double. Où se trouve cette personne? Okay, now you get in. Coyotito à l'hôtel. This was what I was after. Receptionist is fine if it's the receptionist at the hotel, yes. Okay, l'hôtel. So the key word here was chambre double. When you hear a chambre, Denia, chambre is a bedroom, okay? So if you booked a bedroom, where should you be?
At the hotel.
Exactly. Okay. All right. Question numéro 4. So, très bien. For those who said l'hôtel ou réceptionniste, yes, that's good. All right. Question numéro 4. Je voudrais 2 baguettes, s'il vous plaît. Où se trouve cette personne? So, Denia, do you know?
Oui, madame.
What is
À la
the...
boulangerie.
Okay, très bien. À la boulangerie, très bien. Everybody got it. Ah, Cayotito, patisserie is incorrect because patisserie, as the word, it starts with patisserie. It's pastry. It's a pastry shop. But baguette is bread. So you have to be at the bakery. And Afia, cafe is not correct. Cafe doesn't give you baguette. The baguette, two long sticks, only at the bakeries. Okay? Right. And Simon, I would say boulangerie. If you say patisserie, it's incorrect. And be careful because something like that could happen where they put boulangerie, patisserie, and you're not sure which one to go for. That could happen, okay? Make sure you do not take patisserie unless it's a cake, okay? So, for example, if I say, je voudrais 2 éclairs, this is a cake. So that patisserie would be okay. Now, just in case you don't know any cakes, okay? Dania, do you know any cakes in French?
No, madame.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to give you some. Un éclair au chocolat, okay? Or un éclair au café. All right, so we have an éclair. You could have un chausson aux pommes. Un chausson aux pommes. This is again, it's a cake. So if, for example, instead of saying 2 baguettes, they say je voudrais 2 chaussons aux pommes, you hear pommes, apples. It can't be bakery. It's more likely to be pastry. Okay? Yes, gâteau chocolat. Yes. Gâteau fromage. Normally the pastry would be sweet stuff, okay? Cheese is not sweet, all right? Une roulade, okay. Une roulade, I think, is the one with which is round. Yes, Simon. Anything like that, or tarte aux fraises, anything. If you hear something like that, yes, go for it, okay? Bien. And the last one, question 5. Vous devez prendre une cuillerée à café de sirop pour la toux. Qui parle? So, Denia, do you know?
No, madame.
No?
I didn't get that first.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to see what the others are saying. All right. Serveur. Not quite. Okay, do you want me to repeat this?
Oui, madame.
Okay. Question numéro 5. Vous devez prendre une cuillerée à café de sirop pour la toux. Qui parle? Okay, you're getting there. Le médecin, docteur, médecin. Très bien. Okay, this is what I said. Vous devez prendre une cuillerée à café pour la toux. Okay, you need to remember that toux is cough. Okay, so the person who would say something like that would be a doctor. And if it's not a doctor, it could be a pharmacist. Okay, let's say you go to the pharmacy or the chemist and the person tells you that. That is possible, but nothing else. Okay? All right. So, Denia, how are you feeling?
Madam, I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Simon, yes, the key word was tout. Okay, la tout, and it's it's feminine, la tout. When you hear la tout is cough. So if you're talking about cough, it's got to do with being sick, doctors, and anything like that. All right? Bien. So we are continuing. Denia, are you okay? Je peux continuer?
Oui, madam.
Okay, section 3 is going to be public announcements. Okay, and here you can see a thumbnail of a public announcements. It's a video which is already on French Action. I think I did it last year. And it's a video which gives you public announcements. I think you may have 10 of them. So go and watch those to get your ears ready for Monday. All right. The videos are there for those who haven't watched it as yet. Okay. Public announcement is part of the exam. All right. Bien. So section 3, these are the 3 questions. In fact, it's always 3 questions for section 3. So remember, section 3, 3 questions. All right. I am showing you the questions, but in fact, I shouldn't, because if I remember rightly, it's the person talking who is going to give you the questions. Okay, so I'm going to try to do that. All right, so I have to make it a little bit more difficult. All right?
Oui, madam.
Now, prête? Ok. Mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs, le château de Versailles va bientôt fermer. Il vous reste 45 minutes. Nous vous rappelons qu'il est interdit de marcher sur les pelouses et de toucher aux objets en exposition. Nous vous souhaitons une bonne soirée. Question numéro 1. Où sont les personnes? Question numéro 2. On ferme dans combien de temps? Et question numéro 3. Qu'est-ce qu'il est interdit de faire? Okay, so I'm going to read this again. Écoutez bien. Mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs, le château de Versailles va bientôt fermer. Il vous reste 45 minutes. Nous vous rappelons qu'il est interdit de marcher sur les pelouses et de toucher aux objets en exposition. Nous vous souhaitons une bonne soirée. Question numéro 1. Où sont les personnes? Question numéro 2. On ferme dans combien de temps? Question numéro 3. Qu'est-ce qu'il est interdit de faire? OK, so question numéro 1. Denia.
Au musée?
Au musée, OK. Can you be a little bit more specific? Non? OK. OK. Question numéro 2.
Didn't get that one.
OK. Et numéro 3.
I think they are not allowed to take pictures.
Ah, that wasn't mentioned. No. Okay. All right. I'm seeing the answers here. Actually, Lilia. OK, très bien, Lilia. Simone, très bien. Nasnex, Château de Versailles. OK, we don't say interdit de marcher dans la pelouse, mais de marcher sur la pelouse because you're on top of it. OK? All right. Okay, so I'm just going to put the questions for those who were not sure about the questions. So these are the questions. Où sont ces personnes? On ferme dans combien de temps? Et qu'est-ce qu'il est interdit de faire? So these are the 3 questions which I've asked. Okay? And now I'm going to show you the text. Okay? Mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs, le château de Versailles va bientôt fermer. You see that, Dania? Le château de Versailles. So you're not in a museum, you are in a château. Okay? But if they had put museum and you didn't see chateau, I guess museum would have been the right thing because it's a kind of, but it's a château first. Le château de Versailles va bientôt fermer. Il vous reste 45 minutes. So you have the answers right there. Où sont les personnes? They are in le château de Versailles. And on ferme dans combien de temps? Well, 45 minutes. That's what it says. Nous vous rappelons qu'il est interdit de marcher sur les pelouses. So it's forbidden to walk on the lawn. Et de toucher aux objets en exposition. And it's forbidden to touch, objects which are on display. All right? Et nous vous souhaitons une bonne soirée. So these are the 2 things you can't do. All right? Are there any words you don't understand? Nous vous rappelons means we remind you. Okay? Rappeler could be to call back. But here, it doesn't mean to call back. It means, nous vous rappelons, we are reminding you, okay? Rappeler, okay? Which is different from se rappeler. Se rappeler means to remember, okay? But if you don't have the se, it means to remind, okay? Pelouse means lawn, and it's very important for you to know because if you have something like it's forbidden to walk on, when you want to say keep up the grass, this is what you need to say. Okay? All right. All right. So, Dania, you found it a little bit difficult, huh?
Oui, madame.
Yes. Okay. Did you watch the videos?
No, madame.
Ah, you see what you have to do then, right?
Oui, madame.
Yes, because what I've been trying to do, and that's what most of you don't understand, is that the channel didn't start this year. It started a year ago, right? So there were already videos a year ago to help students just like you, okay? So that's how it works. So you have to watch the old videos as well. Okay.
I will.
So Nazanex, no, the word is not always in the plural. La pelouse is feminine, but the reason why I put les pelouses is because if you've been to le Château de Versailles, you would have seen many different places where there's lawn, and that's the reason why I put it in the plural. La pelouse would have been just one area, but in Versailles is different one. So that's the reason why I put it plural. Okay. All right. So the second, you remember that for public announcements, you have 2 public announcements. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go back to this so that I don't show you the questions. All right. Bien. Denia, prête?
Oui, madame, je suis prête.
Très bien. Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, bienvenue à bord du vol AF 420. Nous sommes sur le point de partir. Vous êtes priés d'attacher votre ceinture de sécurité et de ne pas fumer. Question numéro 1. Où sommes-nous? Question numéro 2. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Question numéro 3. Que doit-on faire? Je répète. Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, bienvenue à bord du vol AF 420. I am stopping because there's a big lorry driving past and it's very noisy. All right, so I'm just waiting a minute. Can you hear it, Denia?
No, madame.
Oh, you can hear it. All right. Okay, so it's very loud. So, okay, let me read it over then. Mesdames, Mesdemoiselles, Messieurs, bienvenue à bord du vol AF 420. Nous sommes sur le point de partir. Vous êtes priés d'attacher votre ceinture de sécurité et de ne pas fumer. Question numéro 1. Où sommes-nous? Question numéro 2. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Question numéro 3. Que doit-on faire? Okay, so Denia, où sommes-nous?
À l'aéroport.
À l'aéroport. C'est correct. Okay, anybody putting aéroport? It's incorrect. Okay. I see dans l'avion, un vol, avion. Okay, très bien. We are in fact on the plane, Denia. Okay, because I said bienvenue à bord, welcome aboard. Okay, so when you hear that, yes, okay. And Simone is saying they're about to depart. Yes, that's correct. They're about to depart. They're about to leave. On va décoller. Okay, I could have used décoller, but I didn't use décoller because when you say décoller, straight away, you know you're on the plane. All right. So that's very good. And the last one, Denia, que doit-on faire?
Miss, they're supposed to buckle their seatbelts.
It sounds like a guess, right, Denia?
Oui, madame. Attacher la ceinture.
Okay, all right. So let's see. Some people, some of you said don't smoke. Okay. Gardez les ceintures. Okay, arrêtez de fumer. Okay, all right. There were two things: was to fasten the seat belt and not to smoke. Yes. All right. So here is the text. Okay. So I had the questions, and now this is the text. Okay, mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs. So very often you're going to find that those kind of announcements start with mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs, because it could be mesdames, messieurs, or mesdames, mesdemoiselles, messieurs. Okay. When you hear that, you know it's a public announcement. Bienvenue à bord. You know, bienvenue. I often say bienvenue. It's your French accent. So you know, bienvenue means welcome, right? À bord, on board. And then you had the word vol. So Denia, whenever you hear the word vol means flight. And you're more likely to hear a number, which is there, AF. So I put AF for Air France, and then 420, 420, 420. You know, the French wouldn't say 420, they would say 420, okay? Donc 420. And then I put nous sommes sur le point de partir. We are about to leave, okay? But as the others say, décoller is a very good verb to remember. Décoller means to take off, okay? Vous êtes prié d'attacher votre ceinture de sécurité et de ne pas fumer. Now, vous êtes prié, whenever you see vous êtes prié, it is a request. Somebody is requesting you to do something, okay? But in English, it just means please. We would just say please. Please fasten your seatbelt and don't smoke, okay? So that was the second text. And this is something which was given before, okay? Not exactly word for word, because as you know, I'm not supposed to use the past paper for, oh no, sorry, this was this is a past paper. Actually, the one I'm doing now is a past paper, which is a specimen paper. So this one is it was what I changed is I put AF420. I think it's me who put that, but this was the text, the original text. All right. So, are you feeling, Dania?
It sounds good.
Okay, good. All right, now we come to the last part. Now, guys, the last part, you have to be careful because the last part is a story. And the story is always divided into two parts, part A and part B. And then you're going to get the questions for part A and the questions for part B. So I'm going to give you the questions first, and then I'm going to read the text, okay? So part A, these are the questions. They are in English, okay? This one was, I couldn't find the original text, but, or shall I say, no, I couldn't find the original text, but I had the questions. So these are the questions. The only thing I changed is the name, okay? So these are the questions, and I made up a text to fit the questions, okay? All right. So where does the Levalier family live? What is Mr. Levalier's profession? What does Mr. Levalier normally do in August? Okay. And how long was the holiday? Okay. So Denia, you've got the questions. You tell me so that I can move to the next part. The good thing about part 4 is that they give you enough time to really look at the questions. So that's why I'm not fast with this one. Okay. Okay, questions okay, so I'm not going to give you part B because I'm just going to read part A. All right. So let me read this for you. Can you mute Dania, please? Merci. All right. La famille Levalier vit dans le sud de l'Hexagone, dans un endroit où il fait bon toute l'année. Monsieur Levalier est ingénieur et il aime passer ses vacances à l'étranger en août. L'année dernière, il a décidé de se rendre à Londres avec sa femme et ses 2 filles. Ils sont arrivés par l'Eurostar et sont restés 1 semaine. Okay, so this is part A. I hope you manage to get the answers. Okay, so we're going to see. Okay, so Denia, where does the family live?
Mr. South of somewhere.
Okay, Lilia, south of Hexagon. I don't know any country called Hexagon. Okay, what is Mr. Levalier's profession, Denia?
Miss, I don't know what is engineer, but I'm guessing that it's an engineer.
Yes, your guess is right. It's engineer. Okay, Lilia, you got that. Number 3, what does Monsieur Levalier normally do in August? Denia?
Miss, I think it was to go on vacation.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, so he always goes on a holiday. He goes on a holiday. They didn't say that it was overseas. Next. They didn't say. And how long was it for, Denia?
1 week.
1 week. Okay, you got that right. Okay. All right. So just talking to Lilia, who said south of Hexagon, you did hear right. It is south of Hexagon. But what does that mean, le sud de l'Hexagone? You need to know that l'Hexagone is France, mainland France. You need to know that, okay? So if you say, je vais, if we say, for example, and it's used a lot, for example, when we listen to a weather forecast, they would say, il fera beau sur l'Hexagone. But it means in France. That's what it means. Yes, Livia. So it means south of France. Okay, so I got you there. All right. Okay. Of course, if I had put Sud de la France, everybody would have known that it's France. But I'm making it as hard as possible just in case that this is what they're going to do on the day, because I don't know what they're going to do. All right. So if they decide to use hexagon, then you know it's that. Okay. Okay, Denia, do you know another word for France apart from hexagon?
No, madam.
No?
No, madam.
Yes, Simon, it is because of the literal shape of France. Yes, if you look at the shape of France, it's got the shape of an hexagon. Okay, but be careful. The word hexagon has an E at the end in French. Okay. Now, another word for mainland France is la métropole. La métropole. Okay? It is important to know that because they could well, use something like that. So if, for example, me now, I decide to go to France right now, mainland France, I'm going to say je vais en métropole, okay? And very often we, especially those who live in Guadeloupe or Martinique, because Guadeloupe and Martinique are supposed to be France, okay? So if you say France, it's not very clear which part of France. So to ensure that there's no misunderstanding, somebody who is from Guadeloupe would say, je vais en métropole. And that means mainland France, means going physically to Europe, okay? They wouldn't necessarily say an hexagon. They wouldn't use hexagon, but metropole is used all the time. Hexagon is used, as I said, for in some context, but metropole is definitely used a lot. Okay? Ça va, Denia?
Ça va bien.
Okay, so now I'm going through the second set of questions, because you all done very well, actually. You understood, so that's good. So this is part B. Did they enjoy their holiday and why? What are the plans of the family for the next holiday? How long have Mr. and Mrs. Levalier been married? And what will the children be able to do? Okay, so these are the questions for part B, which I'm going to read in a minute. Denia, you've read all the questions?
Oui, madame.
So I can start?
Oui, madame.
Prête? Okay. Ils ont été très déçus de leurs vacances car il a fait mauvais. Okay, sorry, I'll repeat that. Ils ont été très déçus de leurs vacances car il a fait mauvais temps pendant toute la semaine. Ils ont dû rester le plus souvent à l'hôtel. Mais comme la famille était fatiguée, ils ont passé du temps à se reposer. Il ne manquait plus que la plage. Pour ses prochaines vacances, il a l'intention de partir en croisière car ce sera leur 20e anniversaire de mariage. Ils visiteront plusieurs îles caribéennes. You got that?
No, madame.
Okay, so did they enjoy their holiday and why? Anybody? Okay, so Simon says, okay, it's not in order. All right, so they've been, oh, okay, everything is coming very fast. Simon said they've been married for 20 years. Do you agree with that, Denia?
I'm not sure because I didn't hear that part.
Okay. So Lilia said that they were tired, so they couldn't go to the beach. It's not quite that. Number 6, they will go on a cruise. Okay, number 7, 20 years. Okay, number 8, don't know yet. Okay, all right. All right. Okay, pragmatic, you said 21 years. Okay, the weather was bad. But did they enjoy the holiday though? You didn't say. All right, especially for you, Denia. I'm going to read it over, okay?
Oui, madame.
Okay, part B. Ils ont été très déçus de leurs vacances car il a fait mauvais temps pendant toute la semaine. Ils ont dû rester le plus souvent à l'hôtel. Mais comme la famille était fatiguée, ils ont passé du temps à se reposer. Il ne manquait plus que la plage. Pour ses prochaines vacances, il a l'intention de partir en croisière car ce sera leur 20e anniversaire de mariage. Ils visiteront plusieurs îles caribéennes. Okay. So did you get more out of that, Denia? Because
Oui,
you know
madame.
you'll get another go. So okay. So wait. For the children would be able to visit more Caribbean island. Yes, Naz. Yes, they will be able to visit Caribbean islands. Simon, I think something about the trip was bad. I heard mauvais somewhere in there. Okay. Jesse, they were very disappointed because the weather was bad. That's correct. 20 years married. Yes, Jesse, very good. Lilia, number 5. No, because for the whole week the weather had been bad. Okay. And visit the Caribbean island along with their parents. Yes, that's good. And the weather was terrible as they spent most of the time in the hotel. All right. So basically, most of you got it. Okay. This is the text now. This is part A. Okay. All right. So let's read this. Okay. And you're going to see the text is not particularly difficult when you read it, but here it's a different skill we're looking at now. It's listening. So even though the text is not difficult, but when it comes, when you listen to it, it's a different thing, isn't it, Dania?
Oui, madame.
La famille Levalier vit dans le sud de l'Hexagone, dans un endroit où il fait bon toute l'année. Monsieur Levalier, est ingénieur et il aime passer ses vacances à l'étranger en août. L'année dernière, il a décidé de se rendre à Londres. Alors, be careful. Londres is London. Okay? So you can't talk about the beach because there's no beaches in London. All right? Because somebody mentioned that. Il a décidé de se rendre à Londres avec sa femme et ses 2 filles. Ils sont arrivés par l'Eurostar et sont restés une semaine. So another possible question here is how many children does he have? Okay, that could have been a question. And how did they get to London? That is another possible question. Okay, now I put Eurostar just in case because I know you know about the plane, you know about the word for the train, but I don't know if you are aware of the Eurostar. Do you know what the Eurostar is, Dania?
Miss, I don't remember right now.
Okay, so it was probably mentioned to you, but Eurostar is basically a train which leaves from Paris to London, and it goes under the Channel Tunnel. Okay, so with that train, you end up being under the sea in a tunnel. Okay. Yes, and l'Eurostar is also a high-speed train. Okay, so it's very fast from Paris, but not very fast up to London because they don't have in England they don't have the rail system for high-speed trains. So when you reach over there, then you are in a different speed. Okay, all right. But the crossing of the tunnel is, if my memory serves me right, 20 minutes. Is very fast. Okay, I did it, but you don't see anything because you're basically in darkness, with a bit of light, but you don't see anything. All right. So, Naisma, the train from Calais to London. The train doesn't leave from Calais, it leaves from Paris, okay? So when I took it, I left from Paris and went straight to London, okay? It doesn't leave from Calais. There's trains from Calais to London, yes, but that wouldn't be the Eurostar. It would just be a normal French train, okay? Yes, Jessie, yeah. Not London, same other town near the English coast. Okay, all right. Okay, so if they come up with something like that, at least you would know about it. Okay, so any question in terms of the vocabulary here?
No, madam.
Okay, so I move to part B. So here it says, ils ont été très déçus. Okay, I'm not sure if people said, well, if you understood the word déçu, déçu means disappointed. Okay, they were very disappointed with. Have you noticed the structure? I didn't put avec because with an adjective like déçu, you don't put avec, you have to put de. All right? So, ils ont été très déçus de leurs vacances car il a fait mauvais temps pendant toute la semaine. Ils ont dû rester le plus souvent à l'hôtel, mais comme la famille était fatiguée, ils ont passé du temps à se reposer. You remember se reposer? Se reposer means to rest. Il ne manquait plus que la plage. So I put la plage here to confuse you, of course. Il ne manquait plus la plage means the only thing missing was the beach because they rested, but they rested in their rooms, and it would have been nice to have the beach. Okay, il ne manquait plus que la plage. Pour ses prochaines vacances, il a l'intention de partir en croisière. So you have to remember croisière means cruise, okay? Car ce sera leur 20e anniversaire de mariage. Okay, and that's where you know how long they've been married because I said 20e, Denia, okay? 20e, can you see that?
Oui, madame.
And ils visiteront plusieurs îles caribéennes. And that's where we got the answers that they will visit Caribbean islands, okay? Nothing was said about those children, but since he will go with his children, so that's why it's like that. Okay, so Lilia has a question. For the first one, can you say rendre visite à Londres ou rendre visite à only for a person? Okay, you don't rendre visite à Londres. No. You go to London, aller à Londres, but you can't rendre visite. You can visit London. Je vais visiter Londres. Yes, you can do that. But rendre visite only for a person. You were right there. Only for a person. Okay? So, guys, this was the listening. So it gives you an idea of the difficulties, okay? And now I would like to finish off with a bit of grammar because you know you're going to have part B, and part B is not always easy, especially for those who are weak at grammar, okay? So, Denia, can we continue?
Oui, madame.
All right. Oh, Elise and Dallas said, actually, you have a point. Next year, they will celebrate 20 years of marriage. So this year, they are in their 19th year of marriage. Actually, you're right. I should have put 21st. Therefore, they have been married for 19 years. Yes, car ce sera leur 20e. I should have put 21e. Yes. But thank you very much, Elise. I didn't even think about that. But the reason why I put that is for you to be aware that some numbers could come up like that, where they would not say they've been married for a period of time, because you would be looking for something like that. And when it's the case, you're going to see that it will be easier if they had said they've been married for a period of time, but that's not the case. Okay, I put it like that just to show you how it could come up. But Elise, merci beaucoup. I just saw 20, I said 20, but it's true, it would have been 19. Thank you very much for that. Nay said, I didn't come here to do math though. Yes, you didn't, it's true, but it could come up. It could come up. Anything is possible, Nay. So we have to be prepared. Okay, and that's how I prepare my students, because you never know what comes up. All right, so if you have something like that, at least you would have been through that. Yes, Elise, next year. Oh, sorry, no, I had already read that. Okay. No, Elise, you don't have to be sorry at all. Sorry for what? It's true. But what I'm trying to explain to them is that they need to understand that the answers may not come in a particular sentence which they have in their mind, like they've been married for a period of time. And that's the point I was trying to make. Whether it's 2019 and so on, the number is not so important, is the way it's coming. But it's very good that you put it like that, because they could have put they've been married for 20 years, 19 years, 18 years, and even me, I would have got it wrong. Because just like the one who said he didn't come to do math, it's true. I heard 20 and it's that, but it's true, it would have been 19 years. And that is a very good point. So thanks for pointing that out. Oh, yes. All right. So, yeah, Jessie, you're just like me. Agreed. Math and I aren't friends. I wouldn't say anymore, because I've never been friend, and that's why I'm in languages. Okay. All right. So this is the end of the listening. So when you hear part A, part B, you know that it's the end. But the thing is, they would have done part A and part B in one go. I'm not going to do that, because you were able to answer the questions, but you will have more goes. So don't worry too much about that. All right. So now I'm going to go into our last part, okay, where you have to fill in blanks. So Dania, is that going to be your best part, this one?
Miss will see.
Okay, all right. All right. Okay. So, je vais à ma famille, États-Unis, en je suis malade, j'ai mal, and je vais, le docteur. Voilà. So I give you a few seconds to do that, and then each time I will give you the answers. All right? So, Denia, you should have 5 words. Or 5 blanks, shall I say, 5 blanks. Okay, so Visiter Jessie is incorrect. Okay. Lilia, number 1 is incorrect. Okay. Bonjour, Jadine. Okay, number 1 is incorrect. Oh, not quite. Okay, Denia, what did you put for the first one?
Rendre visite.
Très bien. Je vais rendre visite. Je vais rendre visite à ma famille. OK. Number 2.
Aux États-Unis.
Aux États-Unis. Très bien. En
Quelle année?
En quelle année? OK. So how do you spell quelle?
Q-U-E-L.
Okay, that's incorrect.
L-L-E.
Okay. All right. I've just realized now that I put a T, which I shouldn't have put, E-S. It was the T of the two, but I didn't realize that. Sorry about that. So there shouldn't be E-S-T. It's E-S hyphen. All right. So, je suis malade. J'ai mal
À la tête.
à la tête. With an accent or without an accent?
With an accent.
Okay. And je vais.
Chez le docteur.
Okay, je vais chez le docteur. Okay, très bien. Now the EST will remain because I just copied, I just duplicated, I just duplicated the slide. So whatever was on the first will be transferred. Okay. Je vais rendre visite à ma famille aux États-Unis. En quelle année? J'ai mal à la tête. Je vais chez le docteur. I know that even in France you will hear je vais au docteur, but this is incorrect. Okay. Je vais chez le docteur. So these are the kind of words that you may have to put in the text in part B of your exam on Monday. Okay, so that's the reason why we're working on it. Now, en quelle année means en quelle année it's got a double L-E, Denia, because année is feminine. Okay?
Oui, madame.
Yes. Okay, so Q-U-E-L, if you say it, it's still okay because it's the same pronunciation, but it would have been incorrect. Okay? Oh, this is bothering me to have the EST for next to the 2. Sorry about this. Let me write it here because I don't want you to see mistakes. Otherwise, it defeats the object. Okay? En quelle année es-tu né? Okay? Yeah. Next. Yes, Simone. What year were you born? Yes, that's correct. So here you can put anything which will fit, okay? Okay, Denia.
For number 1.
Yeah.
De la.
Il joue de la piano. Is that what you're saying?
Oui, madame.
Okay, it's incorrect. Et sa sœur? What did you put for before tennis? Okay. Combien ces chaussures? What did you put for that one?
Combien de coûte?
Okay. Combien? Did you say combien de coûte?
Oui, madame.
And elle arrive souvent
En
retard. Okay. En retard was correct. Okay. Let me quickly look at the answers. Some of you got the answers right. So, okay, il joue du piano. Somebody, sorry, I can't pronounce your name. I'm not sure if it's Greek. Il joue du piano et sa sœur au tennis. That is correct. Okay, the rule here is that is de with jouer de with a musical instrument, but jouer à. Okay, when you're talking about sports activities. So be careful, okay? This comes up all the time. So be careful, okay? Yes, combien coûtent ces chaussures? Très bien. Coûte, ENT, okay, because it's the cost for, I don't know your name, I can't pronounce your name. Oh, Anastasia. Okay, Anastasia, très bien. Combien coûtent ces chaussures? Et elle arrive souvent en retard. Très bien. All right. So this is the answers for those who didn't get it right. Yes, I was wondering, Naze, if it was Russian more as well. But Anastasia is going to tell us if it's Russian. Looks more Russian than Greek, actually. But I don't know either language, so I'm clueless for that. Any questions with this? It's fairly straightforward, right? But the rule with the jouer is jouer de and jouer à, okay? So you have to remember that, all right? All right.
Oui, madame.
So next one. Okay, there's a little problem with the third one. There should be something else. I need to look at the original text. Okay, the original text, which we can't see, I don't know why, it should be une heure. Okay, you can see the little bit of the H is une heure. Okay, I don't know why it's not there. So, j'ai cherché mes clés, une heure. All right. Okay, so let me ask Denia. Denia, so cela fait what? Cela what?
Fait.
I realize I said it by mistake. Ok. Cela vaut 2 ans. Naise. Non. Ok, Anastasia dit c'est cela fait 2 ans que je ne l'ai pas vu. Cela fait. Ok, cela fait 2 ans que je ne l'ai pas vu means I haven't seen him for 2 years. Ok, cela fait. This is something you need to know if you don't know it as yet. Ok. J'apprends le français
Depuis 5 ans.
depuis 5 ans. Ok, d'accord, très bien. And the last one. Donc, j'apprends le français depuis 5 ans. Très bien. Anastasia, très bien. OK. And the last one, j'ai cherché mes clés. 1 heure.
Could it be pendant?
Okay, are you asking me or you're telling me?
Yes, I'm asking.
You can't ask. So then, yeah, you're telling me, right?
Oui, madame.
Ok, j'ai cherché mes clés pendant 1 heure. Ok, j'ai cherché mes clés pendant 1 heure. Is that what? Okay, some people put pour. Why did you put pour? J'ai cherché mes clés pour 1 heure. It doesn't work. Okay, this is what I put. Cela fait 2 ans que je ne l'ai pas vu. J'apprends le français depuis et j'ai cherché mes clés pendant 1 heure. OK. Without any context, if you had said j'ai cherché mes clés depuis 1 heure, but you had a context, it would have worked. But obviously here, there's no context. It's just sentences. OK. Bien. For the person who put pour will work for the future. If you're going to do something in the future for a period of time in the future, you're going to put pour, but not pendant. So pendant is the past, pour is future, and depuis is present. Okay? All right? Okay. So have I answered your questions, Anaïs? Why is it pendant? Because it's past tense, okay? J'ai cherché mes clés après 1 heure. J'ai cherché mes clés après 1 heure. I'm trying to answer Nay's question. He said, could it also be après 1 heure? J'ai cherché mes clés après 1 heure. Yes, I guess you could say that. That's not what I was after, but why not? All right. But remember, on the day, it's going to be much easier because it's a multiple choice question. So you will do it by process of elimination. Okay? Bien. What about this one? Je vais manger poulet et frites. J'adore chocolat, donc j'achète glace, chocolat, mais aussi pistache. Yes, Charis Grant, thank you for saying this to the audience. I think they need that. I wish you all the best of luck in your exam. Thank you very much. All right, so Dania, what have you put? Je vais manger
du poulet
et
des frites.
sorry, I didn't hear. Et
Des frites.
des frites. OK.
J'adore.
OK. Je vais manger du poulet et des frites. Très bien, Anastasia. You got that. Lilia, no, 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 no. You have to think about your partitive articles du poulet et des frites. I'm not hearing Denia. J'adore.
Miss, I'm contemplating rotation.
Oh, you haven't answered. Okay. Okay, j'adore. Okay, Denia, when is general, what word would you use?
Du?
No, no, no. If you say you love something, no, you wouldn't say do because do is some.
Ou?
No. Ok, donc j'adore chocolat, donc j'achète. Okay, for j'achète, there are several possibilities here. Okay. So I accept several possibilities. But after glace, there's only one possibility. Glace, chocolat. Sarah Monrose, bonjour. I don't understand your question. Hey, but it's online, so how would it be? I'm not too sure what you're saying. Ok, Naz, j'adore le chocolat, donc j'achète une glace. Not quite. Not quite, not quite, not quite. Ouh, 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 ouh. Sarah, you're talking about the interview of the conceptual dialogue. It shouldn't have been difficult for you because there was a video already on French Action on it. Okay. All right, you are struggling with this. Okay, these are the answers. Je vais manger du poulet des frites. I think almost everybody got that right. Now, if you say I love something, which is the case here, you use the le or the la or the le or le la. Okay, j'adore le chocolat. Okay, because it's very specific. It's le chocolat, but it's generic as well. J'adore le chocolat. So, donc, j'aime manger de la glace au chocolat because it's the flavor, mais aussi à la pistache. Because chocolat is masculine, but pistache is feminine. Okay, Anastasia put j'adore du chocolat. No, you cannot say du chocolat. Du means some. You can't love some chocolate. Is you love all the chocolates. So you're going to make it very specific. So you're going to say j'adore le chocolat. Donc j'achète de la glace. Okay, so you buy some. Okay. If you have j'achète, but I didn't have j'achète. I have j'aime. J'aime manger de la glace au chocolat, which is correct because it's the flavor, mais aussi à la pistache because pistache is feminine. Okay, you were nearly there, Anastasia. Très bien. Okay. Any questions here? All right, so it looks like maybe I'll have to do something about that tomorrow because you're not very good with this. The exam. Oh, Sarah, you can't say the exam was challenging and you don't like French. No, 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 no. You can't say that. French is beautiful language. You can't say you hate it. Okay, so I'm making some notes because it looks like you don't really know this, but you need to remember as well the partitive articles or your articles in general, okay? You need to revise that if you're not sure, okay? All right, next. You're doing very well because we've been online for a while, so you're doing very well. So now, so I'm sure you can see what is supposed to go there, right? Il sortit la poubelle hier soir. Moi, je me occupais de la cuisine. Nous promener le chien et nous rentrer tard. Lilia, for, you can't put for here because there's no infinitive form after. It would have been okay if you had sortir, il faut sortir la poubelle, but that's not the case here. Okay. All right. Okay, Denia, what is your answer?
For number 1.
Yes.
Il est.
It's wrong. Yeah, it's wrong. And that's the reason why I put that here, because most people would put il est and it's incorrect. And you know why it's incorrect? Is because you learned that there's 13 verbs requiring to be in the past tense, like sortir, right?
Oh, is il say sorti then?
Sortir does take to be in the past tense, but it only takes to be in the past tense if it doesn't have an object. So like Jaden put, il a sorti la poubelle. That's correct, Jaden. And that gives you a different meaning. Il est sorti, he went out. Il a sorti la poubelle, he took the bin out. That's different. And Simone, you cannot say il doit sortir. Il doit sortir. Remember what I said last time? 2 verbs follow each other. The second takes the infinitive form. Here, we have the past participle. So because we have the past participle, we have to think of est or avoir. Nothing else. Okay? Apart from that, I think you got the rest right. But what did you say? Moi, je me what, Denia?
Je me suis occupée.
And nous?
Nous avons promené.
Okay. And nous?
Nous sommes rentrés tard.
Okay, so that's correct. So obviously, the first one was my trap. So I think most of you fell into my trap. Okay. Donc, il a sorti la poubelle hier soir. Moi, je me suis occupée de la cuisine. Nous avons promené le chien et nous sommes rentrés tard. Okay? Denia, you're still surviving?
Oui, madame.
Yeah? Okay. So, Anastasia is sending, nous avons promené le chien et nous sommes rentrés tard. Très bien. And Simone is saying, I misread the first one. That's why I always say, oh, okay, yes. Yes, and that is, you have to be careful because it would obviously make a difference if I had put sortir. Of course, il doit, il faut, anything like that would have worked, okay? Bien. Next one. Alors, puis-je vous... une question. Quel âge vous? Je suis en train de faire la cuisine. Je ne peux pas répondre. Téléphone. Yes, Simone, I missed de hier soir. And hier soir, says it all. Okay. Charis, you said le français. I think le francis. I think you mean le français. All right. Okay. Denia, can I have your answers, please?
Donnez-moi une minute, s'il vous plaît.
Okay. Simone is incorrect. The first one. Lilia, the last one is incorrect. Okay. Okay. So, Denia. And remember, on the day, you have to be quick because you're not going to have a lot of time, on that. So you have to go quick. I mean, okay, on the day, you will have 4 options. Here, you have none. So you have to rack your brain a little bit more. Alors, puis-je vous...
Vous avez...
Non. Quel âge?
Avez...
Quel âge avez-vous? Okay, that one is supposed to be an easy one. Okay. Je suis en train... De faire la cuisine. Très bien. Je ne peux pas répondre.
Au téléphone.
Au téléphone. Très bien. Au téléphone. Okay. Not à téléphone, but au, because it's à le gives you au. Okay. Donc, je suis en train de faire la cuisine. What's up, Denia?
What's the first one?
Yeah,
I wasn't thinking about that.
Okay. I've seen that somebody said demander. You can't say demander, okay? Donc, puis-je vous poser une question? Anastasia is responding. Quel âge avez-vous? Je suis en train de faire la cuisine. Très bien. Simone is saying, I know the last one is wrong. All right. Yeah, demander doesn't work here. And that's the reason why I put it, because it comes into the exam very often. And all the time we see the mistakes, okay? So you don't, because you see what you do, you tend to translate, and to ask is demander. So you're going to say demander, but it's not correct, okay? To ask is demander, yes, but you can't demander une question in French, okay? So you can poser une question to somebody, but you can't use demander, okay? It's just like that. You just have to learn it. Okay, quel âge avez-vous? Je suis en train de faire la cuisine. Okay, don't forget your de when you say I am doing the cooking. And je ne peux pas répondre au téléphone. Au is à plus le. OK? Ça va? Okay. All right. So here the next one. Nous avons le zoo. Il y avait beaucoup animaux. J'ai vu nombreuses espèces en voie disparition. Okay, I see a lot of aller and they. Okay, both of them are wrong. Okay. Okay, Simone is saying, nous avons allé le zoo, beaucoup de... No, Simone, no, 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 no. Okay, Lilia, so you're going to put ER after nous avons. Non, 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 non. All Might, il y avait beaucoup des animaux. Non, non, non. Non, non, non. Okay, so this one is another one which causes problem. Denia, did you have time to do that one?
Oui, madame.
All right. So, Denia, what?
Nous avons visité.
Ok, nous avons visité le zoo. Ok. Il y avait
beaucoup d'animaux.
Beaucoup d'animaux. Ok, très bien. Ok. J'ai vu.
De nombreuses.
Ok, how do you spell the deux?
D-E.
Très bien. On voit.
De.
On voit de disparition. Très bien. You got them all right this time, Denia. Très bien. OK. And Anastasia as well. Nous avons visité le zoo. Il y avait beaucoup d'animaux. Guys, how many times do I say that is not beaucoup de? Obviously, you're not watching the other lives because I've mentioned it several times. You cannot say beaucoup de. Beaucoup de. And here you have animals starting with a vowel, so you're going to get rid of the E and put the apostrophe instead. Beaucoup d'animaux. Okay? That's how it works. Il y avait beaucoup d'animaux. Okay, let me give you the answers so that you can see. Nous avons visité le zoo, and here don't forget to put your accent on visiter. Okay? J'ai vu de nombreuses espèces en voie de disparition. So, en voie de disparition, espèce en voie de disparition means dying species. OK? Donc, j'ai vu de nombreuses espèces. So, I remind you, because most of you put des, it is true that we would be tempted to put des because nombreuses is in the plural form. But you need to remember the rule. When you have an adjective, which is plural, coming before your noun in French, the des changes into the de because normally you shouldn't have the adjective placed before. You know, adjectives are normally placed after the noun. Okay? So here, this is a rule, and that comes in the exam all the time. So make sure you know that, because if you don't, you're going to make a mistake. Okay? But then, yeah, well done. You did it.
Oui, madame.
Okay, what about this one? Voulez-vous ce corosol ou mangue? Okay, for those who are not from the Caribbean, corosol is soursop. It is a fruit, and mangue, which I'm sure you know, maybe you know that one, is mango. Okay. Voudrait une. Le panier est plein fruits et légumes. So then, yeah.
Number one, set.
Set, like number 7?
No, madame. C-E-T-T-E.
Okay, très bien. And très bien to Naz, who's pour that. Voulez-vous ce corosol ou cette mangue? Très bien. Next one.
En.
Spelled.
I-N.
I-N. Très bien. Très bien.
Oh.
Très bien. J'en voudrais une. Très bien. Très bien, Anastasia. 7 mangues. Lilia, 7. Très bien. Ah non, you couldn't say Lilia achèterait because you've already got a verb here. Okay, voudrais is the verb, so you have to. Yes, Anastasia, j'en voudrais une. Très bien. Denia, le panier.
Des fruits.
Des, D-E-S, right?
Oui, madame. What?
No. Guys, these are all my traps and you're falling into them, you know. All right. Plein means full, okay? And you want to say the basket is full of. So we're going to use the of. And what is of in French, Dania?
De.
Spell it for me, please.
D-E.
D-E, and that's what should be there because you want to say is full of, okay?
It's similar to beaucoup de.
Exactly. It's the same thing, all right? Okay. I'm very pleased that you didn't get it right didn't get it wrong rather for the second one, because that one I wasn't sure if you would have managed, but because it was a trap as well. Okay. so that's good. That's good. So this is the answers. So voulez-vous ce corosol ou cette mangue? J'en voudrais une. Le panier est plein de fruits et légumes. Okay? Yes, guys, you have to practice, you see? And I give you those things because every year the students make the same kind of mistakes. So you have to have those same kind of things, you know? And beaucoup de. All right, and that is my last little exercise, which is called le son et. So whenever you hear the le son et, you're going to put a word there. It's all in bracket already, okay? So you need to put whatever is supposed to be put there. Donc, hier, je suis restée à la maison pour réviser mon français, mais savez-vous que je n'ai pas travaillé? Je vais essayer de me reposer après avoir mangé ma salade. So this is the last part of my exercise. It's not the last exercise, but it's the last part, okay? Okay, Denia, what have you put?
Je suis restée with another E.
Okay, because you're female. And I've seen that Marian Brown put that. No, sorry, Ambeke put that as well. But if you are a male, then you wouldn't put two E's. OK. Donc, hier, je suis restée à la maison pour... What about réviser?
It remains the same.
Remains the same. Why? It remains the same. Because, why?
Miss, I need a verb in this case.
So no, but réviser is the verb, you know.
Infinitive form of the verb.
Yeah, but why? Why? Okay, remember when you have pour, when you have pour, which is the preposition, normally you have a verb in the infinitive form, don't you?
Oui, madame.
Ah, ok. Donc, pour réviser mon français, mais... Mais, Denia?
Sav.
Très bien, Naz. Yes? Mais, what? What did you put there, Denia? Non? OK. Que je n'ai pas...
Travaillé.
You need to tell me because, you know...
With the E at the end, with the accent E at the end.
Okay, all right. So you remove the R, right?
Oui, madame.
Okay. Je
Same
vais...
for essayer.
Okay, essayer. What happens to essayer?
Remove the ER and then add the E with the accent.
Why?
Is the past tense.
Really?
I'm going to
is the past tense?
Oh. It remains the same.
Remains the same, okay. Je vais essayer de me... And then?
That remains as well.
It remains the same, okay.
And then avoir mangé with the accent E.
Accent on the E, so you get rid of the R, right?
Oui, madame.
Okay, all right. So I can see that most of you got it right in the chat. I can see. Okay, that's very good. Yeah, you missed the savez-vous. What's the problem with savez-vous? Why couldn't you say savez-vous?
Because I was trying to figure out if it was supposed to be in the past tense, but then I recognized that.
Okay.
It couldn't be in the past.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Simon, you can't say je vais and then essayerai. No, you can't say that because je vais essayer is already the immediate future. And if you put essayerai, is the future. So you can't have two future in your sentence. Okay? So that will not work. Okay? All right. Savez-vous que je n'ai pas travaillé? Je vais essayer de me reposer. OK. Très bien, Anastasia. Très bien. Reposer. OK. You all, you know, got it right. OK. What about this one? For this one, remove the S of sport, okay? I don't know why I think it's from English. You know, we say sports with an S. So, j'évite manger trop choses sucrées pour rester bonne santé et je fais sport doesn't have the S. Please remove it. I apologize for that. De temps, temps, surtout le week-end. Alors, Denia.
But number one, deux.
Deux.
Number two, deux as well.
Très bien.
Number three, I'm not sure.
Ah.
Number four, du. Sport. And number five, de temps en temps.
Okay, très bien. Okay, Naz nearly got it right, just like Denia. One not right. Trop de choses pour rester en bonne santé. Simone got it. But you can say je fais le sport. Okay, Simone? Okay, so j'évite de manger trop de choses sucrées pour rester en bonne santé. Je fais du sport. I'm saying again, no S, du sport. Let me write it down. Du sport, no S. OK? De temps en temps, surtout le week-end. Très bien. Je fais du sport. Yes, Simone, je fais du sport. OK? Yes, je fais du sport. That's the expression. Okay. All right. And this one. By the way, this one is the last one, is the last slide. So we have to make sure that this is correct. So what I did here, I gave you the options to finish. So you have 3 options for the first one, 3 options for the second, and 3 options for the last one. So alors, les marins, les pompiers, les soldats, which one do you use to say on éteint le feu? Les feux d'artifice sont, what do we say? Beau, belle or belle. And the last one, what do we say? Le vieux, le vieil ou le vieil homme était tout seul. Okay, Denia?
Miss, I'm still thinking about number one.
Really? Oh, no.
But number two, it's beau. Beau.
Okay, it's beau, yes. Feu is feu d'artifice. Do you know what feu d'artifice is?
Miss, fireworks.
Fireworks, yes, and fire is masculine, so yes, we're going to have belle. By the way, BLS does not exist, okay? It doesn't exist. I put it there as an option because I couldn't think of any, but it doesn't exist, okay? Let me type it, belle. I'm going to type it to make sure that you see that does not exist. All right.
And then the last one is vieille.
Which one? Second or third?
It's the first one.
Oh, you mean le vieux?
Oui, madame.
Okay, you got it wrong, like me, like some in here. All might. You got it right, vieil homme. The rule here is that you're going to have vieil, and this comes all the time in that particular exam. So make sure you remember that vieil, which is also pronounced as vieille with double L-E, one is the masculine, the other one is the feminine, but you will use the vieille with a word beginning with a vowel or a silent H.
Oh.
Homme is a silent H, okay? So, Anastasia, les pompiers, les feux d'artifice sont bons, le vieil homme, très bien. Anastasia, it looks like if you were to take this exam, you would do extremely well. Très bien. So the first one is les pompiers, Denia. Les
Miss,
pompiers,
what is?
firemen. Marin,
Um,
marin is seamen. You know, the seafarers, seamen, those who work on ships. And les pompiers is firemen, and soldat is soldiers. Yes. So Dania, how did you enjoy that, or was it torture?
torture.
It's torture. I'm so sorry. Is it a nice torture then?
Miss, you can see that.
It's a nice torture. Okay. Well, what I wanted to show you is the kind of questions, or the kind of vocabulary, exactly the kind of grammar or vocabulary which are in those papers, year in, year out. Okay. Even though this wasn't a past paper, it's an exercise I created for you today, you need to understand that all the aspects which were covered in those exercises are possibilities on Monday. So you have to make sure that you're okay with that. So tomorrow I'm going to do one of the specimen paper. Okay, so we're going to work on part 2, which is grammar, but this one will be different because you will see the options. Okay, whereas today it was really, really hard because there were no options. But let me tell you guys, the fact that you managed to do it without options, and you managed to do it, it means that you're going to pass this exam without any problem. Because if I'm giving you this without the options, and you know what goes into that, then when you see the options, you will just eliminate the others and say, oh, easy, easy, easy. And then you choose the right answer. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah.
Oui, madame.
So, guys, especially to those who did very well today, you know already that the exam is easy peasy lemon squeezy for you, because if you can do it without the options, then you're okay. Facile, 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 Nays said. All right. That's good. Okay. So Simon is saying, I struggle with the vocab because of the app I've been using to learn French. Doesn't have the same type of vocab. Yeah, that is true. Yes. Okay, Anastasia, merci beaucoup. So we were asking, is it Russia? Are you from Russia, or is it because we couldn't say your name? Anastasia, just tell us. Is it Russia or Greece, or not sure? All right. Top Jenna, would you recommend that I watch the past listening recordings? What is that question, Tabjena? The more you listen, the more you get into it. Monday, bang, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, because everything is working for you, because everything is there already. So yes, of course. My answer is of course. All right. Oh, from Ukraine. Oh, okay. All right. Oh my God. We see Ukraine on TV every single day because of the war. Oh gosh. Okay. All right. So I have to say, it's the first time. I think it's the first time we have somebody from Ukraine. Welcome, welcome. And we are so sorry for what's happening. It's we see what's happening every day. We get it on the news every single day, and it doesn't look good at all. Um, so, wow. Okay, well, obviously you're doing well with French, so I'm sure you're okay with that. So that's very good. So obviously you do French in Ukraine, so that's very good. All right, so guys, listen. I am going to leave you now because I'm sure you're all tired after 2 hours. Okay, I'm sure you are all tired. Okay, I see Yannick asking a question. Could you please explain to me when to use ce, cet et cela? Okay, yes, I can. Ce and cet is this, okay? But this has three forms. The masculine one, which is CE, the masculine form CET with a noun which starts with a vowel or silent H. For example, cet hôtel. Okay, hotel is the H is silent, so we're going to have CET because hotel is masculine, and we have the last one CETTE, which is feminine. Okay, cela means cela fait. It's used in some expressions. J'aime cela or j'aime ça. I like that. Okay, which is different from ce cet. You can't have cela with a noun. Okay, I hope I've answered and you understood. Okay. Rayshon, will the live be available after it has ended? Normally, if my live didn't have a problem, I leave it on YouTube. There have been time when I had to delete the live because there was a problem. The recording wasn't okay, so I had to delete it. But we have to cross our fingers that it's going to be okay. So when I do the live, I never know if it's going to be okay by the time it leaves StreamYard and then goes to YouTube. So it's always what I would say. Guys, you can't see me. I don't know why, but it's always a risk to take. Okay, especially because it is it's the internet. So in the past we had problems with the internet, and by the time we reached there was nothing on the film. So that's in fact the reason why I'm on StreamYard. Okay, so guys, I hope to see you tomorrow, same time. I want to keep the same time because you know that everybody comes from from different time zones. So 3 in Jamaica, it could be 4 in Trinidad, for example, and much later in Europe. So I see you tomorrow. And tomorrow, there won't be any listening tomorrow. However, as I said, there's listening on the channel. So just go to the playlist and just look for the listening section, and you're going to have all the listening. Now, tomorrow, we're going to do this kind of exercise, grammar. And you know that many of you are weak. The grammar is not your good friend. I know that. All right, Denia, are you coming tomorrow or not? No, you're
Madam,
fine.
I don't think I'll be coming, but
You're
I'll
not
try.
coming. Okay, no problem. But I just would like to thank you very much for coming
Pas de
today.
problème.
Okay. And I will say goodbye to everyone. All right. And all the best. And I see you tomorrow. Okay. Au revoir. Au revoir, Denia.
Au revoir, madame.
Au revoir. And thanks very much. I appreciate it.